wish you could pause this, you know? Shit, I should go there.
Over the last few years, I for one couldn't be happier that they've decided to share their lives together as husband and wife. So, like all of you here, I'm sure you agree that these two, Scott and Sarah, are two of the most amazing people that you've ever met. I certainly feel that way. The way they are with each other. You know, they're relatively, one of them more so, the other less so. They're relatively humble in the things that the great things they do, and more than anything, they make everybody laugh. So, and most importantly, each other. So when they asked me to do this role for the second time, the first time they asked me, I thought they were joking. Literally, they actually had to ask me twice. So I started to think about them as a couple, together as individuals, and whether what was so obvious to me about them was so obvious to everybody else as well. And I started to do some calling around and speaking to people and trying to get their thoughts on Scott and Sarah. And from those calls and emails, a couple of things became pretty clear. Firstly was clearly how much they adore each other. I mean, it was just amazing how everybody saw that in them, and it's just so obvious, and it's such an amazing match. And then the other thing that was so clear was that despite what a great guy Scott is, even after you get to know him, in finding Sarah, he definitely was the big winner in this relationship. And he knows it too. And there's a couple of things that I sort of realized he knew it from early on. I remember one Thursday we were sitting in Boston, and I knew things with Sarah were starting to get pretty serious. When he said, we were there hanging out on a Thursday night, he's like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? He's like, oh, I'm hanging out with Sarah. I thought nothing of it. And I didn't see him again until Monday. And between that time, he got on a flight from Boston to Hawaii, flown here, was here in the country for 32 hours, and then went back to work on Monday. So it was a pretty good indication things were starting to get serious. And then the other one, and I'm sure all of you who know these two pretty well are familiar with, is Scott's stories about how amazing Sarah is. And I'm not gonna doubt anything. I mean, Sarah is absolutely amazing, but some of these stories get preposterous. You know, I remember the first time after they went swimming together, she's like, I promise you she's got webbed feet. She's so fast. She's amazing, everything she does. They can just be wrestling on the couch, and then Scott tries to spend hours persuading me she actually has the strongest legs in the whole world. So everything she does he just thinks is absolutely amazing, and to be perfectly honest, I kind of agree. Because of that and how happy they are, I'm amazingly honored to be here, marrying them in front of all you guys. They're best friends and family in all the world, and I know how happy they're going to be. And that makes me really excited about their marriage, as does the fact that, and Chuck and Marie, don't worry, though it is a little bit too late, but I know that the next time Scott falls asleep in a public library and is picked up by the security and asked to spend a few hours in a holding tank, Sarah's getting the call and I'm not. So with that, I think we'll go into the formalities. And Sarah and Scott have written their own vows. So Sarah, do you want to go first?
Some level I do respect that. Start fit together so I'm more comfortable. Because I'm together by the day. Make me the better person. Help me reach this thing. Literally thinking help me with stuff. So stop it for whatever destination is for more. Adventurous, real, smart, hilarious, beautiful, challenging, and adventurous. I love you and all your people. As your husband, I promise you I'll step into your name I'll defend your sanity and whatever your job is. I'll protect and inspire your dreams. I'll do my best. I promise to always genuinely to myself. Love you for who I am, even though it's me, and obviously I love you for you. If you've ever tried or ever I always be truthful to you. Sometimes too truthful, as you know. I'll be sitting there. Finally, I promise to go. Go to you, wherever you are, go on any adventure you come up with. Going to be strong, traveling.
Right, Scott, here's the rings. Good. So, I'm going to say it. Ready? You, Sarah Sakamoto, take Scott Whiting to be your lawfully wedded husband, your constant friend and faithful partner from this day forward. Do you promise to love him unconditionally, to support, respect, and cherish him as long as you both shall live? We are professionals. Scott, do you, Scott Whiting, take Sarah Sakamoto to be your lawfully wedded wife, your constant friend, faithful partner from this day forward? Do you promise to love her unconditionally, to support, respect, and cherish her as long as you both shall live? So, ladies and gentlemen, by the power vested in me by the state of Hawaii, I now pronounce you man and wife.
I know,
All jokes.
Woohoo!